Hi, we're your hosts. I'm Jeff.
I'm Kate. Welcome to Classic Car TV. With Classic Car TV. We're excited to have you join us. I'm here with Gilbert, the owner of the 1955 Ford pickup. Talk about a classic car. This is just the true classic that you can ultimately find.
Thank you.
So how did you decide to get into restoring as well as participating in classic car shows?
Well, I always liked old cars and old trucks, you know, and after my wife died, I decided to build me one.
Yeah.
I've been building that for 4 years. I just love it, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, the engine is six-cylinder. Mm-hmm. It's a straight six-cylinder, and it's all original.
Wow.
You know, and transmission, it got a 3-speed on the column instead of 4-speed or automatic. And I left it all original inside, you know, as much as possible.
Why did you choose to go original?
I like the original.
Well, you said when you obtained it, it definitely needed a lot of help. So what is the area that you worked on the most?
Well, I started from the bottom up. I took it all apart, redone the whole thing. And then I put it all together, and then I tore it back apart, had it all painted piece by piece.
Wow. So the interior, I mean, even looking at the steering wheel, that's the original?
No, that's a new steering, but it's original steering column.
Okay, now you said that you haven't worked a ton on the interior, but you've worked a bit on it. What are some of the things that you've worked on?
Well, I've done the heater, all the wiring inside.
That's great. Okay, so Gilbert, talk to us about the trunk.
I made the whole bed myself. I bended it, you know, I've done all the bed on it. I took it all apart. All the wood, I bought it from Home Depot. And I routed it, stained it, lacquered it.
Well,
I got 10 coats of lacquer on it.
10 coats of lacquer, dang. Well, I have to say, it looks so beautiful, and it is so different than anything else that I've seen, that I just think, wow, that's awesome.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to interview you.
Same here.
Thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV. Be sure to check out more. Hi, I'm Kate with Classic Car TV. We're really excited today. We have Bob Quintero with us, and we have your Plymouth Prowler with us as well. And we want to get into a little bit more details about this 99. First of all, let's talk about this brochure and how this brochure influenced you to go ahead and buy one.
Yes, my wife was working for Bourne's Sensors and Controls, and they got the contract to make the computer for this car. So she brought home this brochure on it, and I says, wow, what is that? I got to have one of them.
Well, I think this is a great car. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is this car, the concept of the Prowler, is based upon the original Hot Rod.
Yes, it's a tribute to the Hot Rod.
And so with it being a tribute to the Hot Rod, let's talk about some of the details, just the body frame of it.
Yes, like the 32 Ford Roadster is narrow in the front and it's wide in the back. And that's where they got the concept for this car.
Okay, and then we've got a V6 engine. Let's talk about some of the other details of the car that you love.
Yeah, most of this car is made out of aluminum, so it doesn't need a big Hemi. And the little fenders are fiberglass, and the grill's plastic.
Yeah.
And the speedometer reads 150, and I've had it up to 100, just to say I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a speed freak.
I was going to say, are you going to try to push it past 100 or not?
No,
not quite sure yet.
That's good enough. Yeah.
So let's talk about the inside of the car and some of the features that you love.
Okay. For one thing, most convertibles with the top down, the seats get really hot.
Yeah.
Well, this car, it's got special inducted foam in the seats where they don't get hot sitting in the sun.
Especially with the black leather too.
Yes. I love the dashboard. It's designed also after the 32 Ford Roadster.
And so, because even just looking at all the gears and everything we have available, I mean, it's very clear.
Yes. And it has all the comforts of any Lincoln, Continental, Cadillac. It's got the air conditioning, and it's got a 6-pack back here with the 8 tracks, or not 8 tracks, with the CDs in it.
Well, and that's nice because then you can listen to anything you want and just keep on going. Now, this is one of the features of how you can have an automatic or also a stick shift.
Yes, yes. You could just put it in drive and just go all day. Reverse, neutral, or you can pull it down into auto stick, right here, auto stick, and you can look on the dashboard and you're in first gear. And as you get going down the road, you bump it and it'll go to second gear. Bump it again, go to third gear. And when you're really cruising, you bump it, it's in 4th gear, and you just go.
So you mentioned your license plate. What does that say?
My license plate says 99 Dream.
So this is your ultimate dream, and now you have it.
I do.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV.
Well, thank you, Kate.
Okay, so when you picked it up, you were telling me there were a few problems.
The car wasn't safe to be on the street. I had to replace floorboard, frame rail, suspension, steering, the whole 9 yards. It had the wrong radiator, wrong motor, brake booster wasn't hooked up. It was a real basket case.
But now it's quite beautiful.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it took 3 years every free minute I had to bring it back to life.
Oh wow, and now it looks like it's fully restored. Entirely enjoyable if we look at it. So tell us about some of the features that you love on your Mustang.
Oh, the body style, the body lines was the main reason I had to have this year Mustang.
That's why you're like, I must have the 1969.
Yep, had to be the 69 Mach 1.
Yes, 69
that
Mach.
Body style I had to have.
Okay.
And the V8 4-speed, it's a fun car to drive.
Oh yeah, well how can you go wrong with a V8? You've got some serious power, like some pick up and go.
Well, it's a 351 Windsor. It's been bored and balanced, got a mild cam, medium high-rise 4-barrel. It's a standard transmission. A buddy of mine made the aluminum pulleys, because you can't buy pulleys for Ford. They make too damn many different ones. So
yeah.
He cut those out of a block of aluminum.
Yeah, I'm seeing you've done quite a bit of work on this.
Yeah, it was really bad. The kid had taken and chiseled great big holes in here to grease it. He didn't know about changing the greaser. Had the wrong radiator. The battery was sitting in there on the night. It was just a piece together piece of junk.
Well, definitely, and it's not that anymore, that's for sure, Dwayne.
Well, thank you.
Well, Dwayne, this is a beautiful car. Any last details that you want to talk about online?
No, I just got a candy paint job with diamond dust in it.
Yeah, I can tell. It's really quite nice how it sparkles in the sun.
Painted the whole car silver first, so you're looking all the way down.
Ooh.
And then that's real diamond dust. That's what
is it?
The sparkle so much.
Ooh, gotta love that.
Yeah.
That's definitely
it's done
nice.
Pretty well.
Yeah. Well, Dwayne, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV.
Okay.
Join us for more with Classic Car TV. And I'm here with Rick Martinez, who not only owns this 1923 T-Bucket, but also owns a bunch of other classic cars too.
Right. A 67 Chevelle Super Sport, 55 Bel Air, and big 56 pickup truck.
Into some of the details of this specific T-Bucket. So, first of all, I gotta say, the horn. I mean, I love the horn. It makes me laugh.
All right.
Now, the whole reason you have the horn...
Won't pass inspection unless you have this horn.
And so, with it being a 1923 T-Bucket, I mean, you said that you've had it for a little less than a year.
Yeah.
And you bought it because they had restored it?
It's a brand new restore, yeah. The guy just wanted to sell it. He wanted to buy a boat, and I bought this.
Got it. So do you drive it around much?
I do. I do. Summertime. Park it, I'll park.
Let's talk about the engine. Let's talk about the transmission.
Okay, it's a 383, but I have 283. The motor's a 383. It's a stroker. It's a high performance motor with two 4-barrel carburetors, headers, turbo 300 transmission, Dana rear end, 9-inch rear end.
Got it.
It's a very fast car, my fastest car out of all in car. That's the fastest.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I can tell that you've made a little bit of modifications.
Right.
So let's talk about some of the modifications that you've made actually within the car.
Well, it's just got some new temperature gauges and oil gauges, tachometer. It's got your tag, tell you how much RPMs you're going.
Part that you want to share about your car?
No, that's it. Oh, all the brakes are this car was built for the 50s. Now most cars that you see T-buckets are all bright. See, you have all these wheels and drums and everything are off a 1940 Ford.
Yeah.
So this is all nostalgic of the Ford of the 50s.
Definitely.
All of it. Most of them you see will have different stuff. Now this is all stuff they've done in the 50s, 60s, 2 4 barrels. That's 283. It's saying 283, but it's a 383 stroker.
So it's a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
You just want to make people think.
They call it a sleeper. They think it's a small motor. And these right here, they came off a big dump truck. You know them trucks that have them big.
Oh really?
They go up.
Yeah.
That's to come off.
Wow.
A little different.
Okay.
They call that a stack. Big diesels use them.
Oh yeah. Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV. Welcome back to Classic Car TV. I'm your host Cate Allen and I'm here with Dennis White, and we have this gorgeous car, a 1932 Ford Coupe.
That's correct.
So there's a funny story behind this car. Would you like to go ahead and share it with our audience?
Well, this has been my dream car ever since I was a teenager. My buddy had a 32 Coupe and I always wanted one, but being a good dad and husband, I decided I better raise my family first before I got one.
Yeah.
And I promised my wife I'd buy her a new house and before I bought my hot rod.
Yeah.
So I got the new house and I bought my hot rod. One day I woke up and I decided if I'm going to get it, I better get it now because I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
But it's been my dream car, and both my dream babies came from Manaway.
Yeah.
My wife is from Manaway and my car was bought from a guy in Manaway. So I really enjoy the car. I don't baby it, I drive it every day, I don't trailer it. I just enjoy it.
That's great.
I'm getting older, but I get in my car, I put the oldies on, the oldie music on, and go cruising. I'm back in the 60s.
And you're loving life.
I'm loving life, yeah.
I love the paint job on it, and then also just the interior.
Thank you.
When we just, as soon as I looked in, I thought, oh, I love how everything's set up. Can we go ahead and take a peek inside?
Sure. It's got the suicide doors.
I love
you want to
those.
make sure they're latched good before you go down the road, it'll rip the door right off the car.
Yeah.
This is all painted, this is not decal, this is all graphics.
Nice.
It's all hand painted. It has the tilt steering wheel, which is an upgrade from the old 32 model. It has power windows, has a nice stereo system in it. The engine's a 350. It's got a 400 turbo transmission in it with a shift kit, so it shifts fast.
Nice.
It goes. It's just a fun car. I just really enjoy it.
Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stay tuned for more. Hi, and welcome to Classic Car TV. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I'm here with Mike Kazir, and we have his 1950 Studebaker as well. And I have to say, one of the things that I absolutely love about it is the bullet nose. And then not only that, the propeller on top of it.
That was kind of a mark. It was a high point in Studebakers.
Definitely. So tell us the story behind that.
Well, the propeller itself was on my dad's. My dad had one of these brand new. And he had it for a year, and so traded in for a 51 Commander Studebaker convertible. Well, he took that off, and it was just before my folks got married, and Mom about had his head for buying a new car.
Oh dear. Oh, you gotta love it.
And this is the same color, same body style as Dad's was.
Well, so have you restored this?
Yeah, this is the second one like this we did. We spent 8 years on another one, and had it 3 years, and I was going to a car show and got broadsided in it.
Oh man.
So this one came out of Kentucky, and I spent 20 years on this one. It's only been a couple years on the road now.
And have you been enjoying it since?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well tell us about some of the things that you love about this particular one.
The 4-piece back windows, the bullet nose, and they're different. They're not your typical Ford, Chevy, you know, something you see all the time at car
Exactly.
shows. Even though when I was growing up, I always wanted Model A's. And then now Dad figured he created a monster once I started into the Studebaker stuff. So
Definitely. Well, when I saw your 1950 Studebaker, I thought, I have not seen it with a propeller on top. Like, that's the first time I've seen one. And so I was like, this is very nice. Okay, well, let's hop on in and let's check out the inside as well. So let's talk about, it looks like everything has been restored and it's all original. So is this just a joy to ride around in?
Mm-hmm. I love it. And that's half the fun of owning old cars, I think, is driving them. So
Definitely. Well, let's check out the rear as well, because that's also one of the great aspects of this car. But then in the back, we've got the 4 windows. Well, it's something that I really want to highlight so everyone can see, because it's definitely different than even most classic cars. Most of them don't have the 4-window panel. And so it opens it up quite a bit, and then you have the cutoff in the middle as well.
yeah, the 4-piece is called the Starlight Coupe, and it went from like about 47 to about 52. That's
Okay.
the years that they used that body style.
Okay, Mike, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Classic Car TV.
Well, thank you.
Okay, stay tuned for more. Hi, welcome to Classic Car TV. I'm here with Kyle and Melissa van der Stappen and their Gran Torino. So let's talk about it. First of all, the paint job, love the yellow. Second of all, how long have you had this and how did you decide to get a Torino?
Torino. I bought the car in 2002, and my buddy's '69 Mustang, he got me into this whole mess, and I wanted something besides a Mustang, but it had to be a Ford.
Definitely. Well, that's great. So you wanted a Ford, but you wanted something with a little bit more muscle, but not the standard
And a
Mustang.
little bit bigger for me, and something that you don't see every day.
So how did you find it? Because
We found it on Classic Car Trader online.
okay, well, let's talk about what you've done. Looking at just under the hood, I was like, oh my goodness, you guys have had a lot of fun. So talk to me about this.
It was originally a 351 Windsor motor, just a 2-barrel, and had air conditioning, but I took it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I debate whether that was a smart choice or not.
Got it.
But a guy that lived in our neighborhood, he did Lance's motor too, built this, Portland polished. It's a 351 to a 408 Windsor.
Got it.
With a stroker crank. And then I put it had a 3-speed automatic in it, and I put an AOD out of a 80s Lincoln.
Nice.
So I get a little bit better highway driving.
Well, I was going to say, it looks like you have a pretty good amount of power that you can get, but at the same time not kill you on the gas mileage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's check out the interior. I got to ask, the fuzzy dice?
But them were the only yellow dice that I've found.
Yeah.
And I always get asked where I got them from, and it was actually at a car show up in Coville.
Oh,
The
okay.
only pair there. And I actually bought them before I even had the car even done.
So this was just part of the vision.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love even just looking at everything because it is nice and clean and you've got the chrome in the appropriate places.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this comfortable to drive?
It is. I like to get on in that, but it's still fun just to cruise. And
Okay. So what do you guys love as a couple when you go out?
Just to go and sit around and be with each other, I guess, and relax with our friends.
Okay, well, great. Any last thing you want to share with our viewers?
go Ford, I guess.
Go get your own?
No, just Ford, the best never rests. Go Ford.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kyle and Melissa.
Thank you.
Okay, stay tuned for more on Classic Car TV. Hi, welcome to Classic Car TV. I'm your host, Cate Allen, and I'm here with Marv and Jan Raby and their 1964 Thunderbird. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here.
So let's talk about your Thunderbird, because there's lots of, other years, but 1964, this is a rarity.
Kind of unusual, really.
Definitely.
In fact, the gal at the tax commission told me it was the only one in Utah. I don't know, but that's what she told me.
Okay, so
Only convertible.
the only convertible in Utah. Well, that's
So,
pretty nice right there.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, tell us about some of the other features. One of the things is this has barely been driven at all. How many miles are on the car?
58,000.
So do you guys really have a chance to go out and enjoy it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We like to go just for a little cruise on the weekend, but not very far.
Well, that sounds really nice and enjoyable if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
So why did you choose a 1964?
Well, I had it insured since it was new, and every time I would go and renew his insurance on it, I would admire the car, particularly when it got older.
Yeah.
And when it was older, I would spend a little time with it. And I went to his viewing when he passed away, and I asked his son, "What are you going to do with that bird?"
Yeah.
And he says, "You want to buy it?" And I said, "Just give me a figure." And I didn't even drive it. I just bought it.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So everything on the car is original.
everything on the car, everything.
It's been painted once because at one of the car shows, some guy scraped all one side.
Oh.
So we had to paint it.
Yeah. So
Other than that, it's all original.
Okay. Well, tell us your favorite part about the car. Or do you have a favorite part? Because I
Well,
look at it and I admire it.
it's a muscle car, and I wouldn't hesitate to drive it any place. And it's got a 390 engine in it, and we just love it.
Okay. Well, can we take a look at the interior?
Okay.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the interior. First of all, love the color red.
Thank you. The combination of the black and the red.
Oh, definitely. So as I can see, we've got everything original. I mean, from the radio to all the gears, just everything.
And of course the seats, the upholstery is new, not restored.
Thanks for watching tonight's episode.
Join us next week for another great show with Classic Car TV.